Hi, St. Anthony Middle School. This is Renee coming to you as your middle school principal. Wanted to connect with you and provide some detail about how things are going to be shifting gears a little bit coming October 5th. You're going to be getting a ton of email information, lots of documentation about that, but I wanted to give you a little brief overview. Also, it's been awesome. The last 3 weeks we've had students in the building, and it's just really cool to see that energy coming back. So just want to talk a little bit about the framing and how we created this model for St. Anthony Middle School. And we started that out with S-term. And S-term was definitely different because when you're at home and you're building tech skills for how to do online school and you're building community in a really different way because you're not in person, it looks different. And so, again, the base for S-term or the start of the year project was how do we get our learners to be engaged appropriately in our online system. Normally when they're in school, we do this by telling them how to be a student in our class. We give them a syllabus and we go through that. And that's usually how we operate those first few weeks of school. This time we just had to do it at home. So that was what was going on in September. So as we move into October, we're going to start semester 1, and students will be engaging in their core classes. Now they've been working through their elective classes so far, and that's great. But we wanted to build a way of providing instruction that's rigorous and relevant as well as steeped in those relationships. And we know how to do that. How to do transformational learning is that we have to, one approach to that is doing interdisciplinary teaching. And interdisciplinary teaching is that, we as humans have divided up subjects areas into disciplines and said, for these 50 minutes you do math, and for these 50 minutes, you're supposed to do science. But in the real world, learning is integrated. And so we're kind of building these interdisciplinary teams as well as our co-taught classrooms. So kids are going to be taking humanities, they're going to be taking science seminar, they're going to be taking math and reading, and those are their kind of 4 core classes that they're going to have expectations for every day. 2 of the days, they're going to be doing synchronous check-ins with those teachers. So they're going to have a 4-period schedule. I, for example, would be a student and I'd go to humanities. I'd have a check-in with my teacher. If I'm cohort A, I'm going to be there on Monday. I'm checking in with my teacher Monday and Tuesday. And then on Thursday and Friday, I have synchronous check-ins with my elective teachers. But I'm also required to do asynchronous learning for my 4 core classes. So I've done humanities, I go to math, I go to reading, and then I go to a science seminar. Synchronously on my Monday, Tuesday, so if I'm in cohort A, and then on Thursday, Friday, I go to my electives, and then I asynchronously connect with my learning for those subject areas. That's kind of the nutshell of what this model looks like. So again, it's a 4-period day. It's split into 2 groups. And then on that Wednesday, part of being in middle school is finding your passion and learning to be autonomous in your learning. And so we're building in clubs or passion clubs, and students are going to be able to sign up for one. They need to be in one club, and they're going to synchronously check in with their club leader on that Wednesday. They'll also on Wednesday be more dedicated to wellness as well as their support for their classes. So that's a really important Wednesday. That's a little different than the Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Also, every day, so we have 4 periods a day. They're going to be on the hour starting at 10. Between the morning and the afternoon, we're going to have an hour, 12 to 1. That's going to be lunch. Kids will eat. But they're also going to spend that time doing wellness. And this might be an activity about mindfulness. It might be social emotional lessons, but it also will be take a walk, maybe do some burpees, those kind of things. And so we built in an hour in the middle of the day for lunch and wellness. And again, that's every day, even on our Wednesdays. The thing that we're super excited about that you kind of saw a little bit with in S-term is that every 3 weeks, so if I'm in 6th grade, every 3 weeks I go to school and it's in-person learning. And we're going to call that our enrichment time. And that's when we're going to really maximize that opportunity where we get to be together in school. And so we'll be doing an enrichment project in each of your classes, and you'll rotate through that. Again, all the details for this will be in the emails that we send out, and you'll be able to identify all those things. So we're super excited about that. I think it's going to be awesome. Details, like a little bit of the details I know people are wanting. Attendance. Kiddos have to be in attendance every day. They need to have those check-ins with their teachers. They're synchronously being checked in for their core classes and then their elective classes. On those asynchronous days, they'll be doing some work, but they need to take attendance. That's their expectation. You're going to get Google Classroom. That's the base of our learning system. And students will get Google Classroom codes for all their classes. Just a heads up, learning is going to look different, not just because it's a global pandemic, but because we are really pushing the envelope on creating a learning environment that is for transformational learning, and that requires us to think differently about how we do instruction. And so it's going to look different. It might not look how necessarily I went to school, and it's definitely not going to look the same as it even did last year in the beginning of the year. So bear with us on that. Know that we're doing it for the benefit of learning. And we just so appreciate all your support, all your love and kindness and grace as we navigate this. I know we can't do this without all of us in it together. So thank you, St. Anthony Middle School, and I'll talk to you soon. Expect those things coming in emails.